Personally, for me, there is no dignity in poverty. In fact, there is no good thing about being poor. Poverty has no advantage. So, if you are a man, especially if you are a young man, how can you escape poverty? Because the ugly truth about being poor as a man is when you are poor as a man, people will not like you. People will not want to come around you. You will become like an outcast in the society, especially in today's society that people judge others by the amount of material things they have. Now, I'm not saying material things mean much to me, but you still have to have some level of money to be able to be independent. Money gives you freedom. Money gives you opinion. When you talk, people will respect you because you are financially stable. You don't have to be rich. You just have to be able to sort your own bills and help those around you. And that will instantly make people see you as a man to be respected, as a man to be listened to, as a man to also be feared. Because when you don't have money, when you are poor, people will see you as somebody they can intimidate, somebody they can push around, and somebody they can basically use and throw away. So you must make money. Now, how can you escape poverty as a man, especially as a young man? The first one is you must stop keeping the wrong women. One of the highest things that keep most young men today broke, especially in Nigeria here that I stay, because I see it, is having the wrong women around you. When you have a girl who all she does is bill you, take money from you, use your money to buy hair, use your money to buy skincare products, use your money to buy this and that, how can you grow? Any small thing, this girl will tell you, babe, I need money for hair. You rush, send money to her. She'll tell you, babe, my iPhone is having problem. I need a new iPhone. You rush, you send money to her. You use all your money to spend on a woman. Then what will now remain for you to use to build your life? What will now remain for you to use to do investments? A guy who makes 500k every month and he spends almost 400k on his woman every month. Is it now 100k that will make him to be rich? With 100k, he can't even make any reasonable investment. So when you have the wrong woman in your life, she will drag you backwards financially. She will make you financially useless. Stop keeping the wrong women around you. If a girl that you are dating is not helping you grow financially. I've been with some girls who immediately I started doing some things with them. Immediately they got close to me. I discovered that I was always going broke. I had to throw them away because this kind of girls will not help me become the kind of man I want to be. And the day you become broke, spending all your money on this woman, that's a woman will leave you. Because a woman who is coming into your life to always take money from you does not love you and she doesn't want to see you grow. The moment she knows that you can no longer fund her expenses, fund her lifestyle, of course she's going to go to the next available man who can also spend on her. So stop keeping the wrong women around you. In fact, if you are not financially stable enough, try your best to avoid getting into serious relationships. Even if you are to get into a relationship, only date women who have the same goals, who have the same vision as you. A woman who wants to have a man that is rich, not a woman who wants to make a man poor, not a woman who always wants to be you. Your woman should be your greatest supporter, your greatest encourager. She should help you grow, not help you go backwards. If your woman is not helping you become more financially stable, then it's time to let her go. The next one is stop taking alcohol and drugs. When you take alcohol and drugs, it reduces your productivity. If I was drunk, if I was high on drugs, I will not be here making this video because it will kill my productivity. Personally, I don't take alcohol, I don't take drugs. Not that it makes me a better human being, no, but it makes me to always be productive. When I don't take alcohol, of course I'm productive. But when I take alcohol, I'm drunk, I'm not in my right senses, and it makes me talk too much. So over the years, I've stopped taking alcohol, I never did drugs, so that one is a different case. But over the years, I used to take alcohol before, but these days, I hardly even want to smell alcohol around me because I always want to be focused on what I'm doing and not have any distractions. So, one of the things that will kill your productivity as a young man is when you always take alcohol and when you always take drugs because it makes you lazy, it makes you unproductive, and it makes you not to always reason well and think well. The third thing you should do if you want to escape poverty is stop being lazy and stop procrastinating things. Some of you have good ideas, some of you have great ideas that will make you rich if you actually put in the work. But because of how lazy you are, there is no way you'll be a successful man if you are lazy. There is no successful man today that achieved his success by being lazy. Every single man you know that is doing well today put in the work, worked so hard, worked his ass off. They sacrificed their time, they sacrificed the clubs, the clubbing, they sacrificed the parties, they sacrificed the good things of life. They put in the work. They worked so hard. So you don't have to try to cut the corners. Some of you love cutting the corners. You love trying to always find the easy way. Now, there are easy way to things, but at the end of the day, you must embrace putting in the work. Nothing will make you as successful as working hard because the harder you work, the luckier you are, the luckier you become. It's a fact. Success doesn't fall from heaven. If you work, God will bless the works of your hand. Go to your Bible and check it. God doesn't bless you if you don't have a handwork. God doesn't bless you if you don't have a business. God won't bless you if you're not productive. You must be productive. And when God looks at you, he'll be like, oh, this my son is working hard. This my son is sacrificing a lot. Let me bless the works of his hand. Every worker deserves his wage. But when you don't have a work, how will God decide to give you a wage? It makes no sense. Over the years, God has blessed me. I have a business. I have things I do. That was why God was able to bless me through those things. But when you are lazy, when you wake up in the morning, you fold your hands, you sleep, of course, you will always be poor. Because even in the Bible, they said a little sleep and a little slumber and poverty will come upon you. So stop being lazy. The fourth one is know the right people. Show me your friend and I'll show you and I'll tell you who you are. If you have friends who are broke, if you have friends who are basically failures, you end up being like them. There's no difference. Because when you are always in the midst of people, you end up contacting their mentality. Personally, I'm the kind of person that if I stay around you and you always talk about poverty, about negative things like life is hard, like my spirit gets infuriated with you and I have no choice but to shift away from you. For me to be around you and be comfortable, you must talk about money, business, getting better, basically elevating, leveling up. I can't be around you and you're always talking about how life is unfair to you. My energy, my spirit doesn't welcome such interactions. I'll simply zone out. For me to be comfortable, I must be around people who are talking about getting better, who are positive about life, who are winning, who are making money, who are doing well, or who have plans of doing well. Not people who are always negative, pessimistic, and always talking about others. I have no time to talk about others because I'm focused on my own life. Use your time meaningfully. Stop being around the wrong people. You must be around people who can connect you to money. You must be around people who can connect you to good things of life. Not those who are always talking negatively about everything. Be in the right circle. Even if you cannot be in the right circle physically, you can be in the right circle online. Read books. Meet people online. Get into WhatsApp groups that they talk about money and opportunities. Life has been made easy by social media. Even if you don't want to be around people physically, you can be around them online. Even if I decide that I'm not going to go out of this room, I can still be in the right circle in this same room. So you must be around people who are talking about better opportunities and becoming better. The fifth one is you must be hungry to learn. The day you stop learning as a human being, that's the day you start dying. Whatever you think you know, there are people who know far more than you. So you must be humble enough to learn from different people. When you meet people, talk less. Try to ask questions. Personally, people, when I meet people, I always talk very little because I'm like, if I talk much, probably these people will not talk more of what they know because I'm the one talking. So I have to keep quiet. When you keep quiet, you force people to talk. And the more they talk, the more you learn. And of course, the more you also get to know who these people really are. Because people can only show you who they are by what they say and by what they do. Now, when you meet people, you might not really see enough of what they do, but you can always hear enough of what they can say about themselves and about everything they know. And that makes you to be able to read them and also learn from them if there's anything to learn from them. So be hungry to learn and be humble about it. Even if you see a 5-year-old boy who knows more than you, be humble and learn from them. Don't carry your shoulders too high. Be humble enough to learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. That's the fact. Now, the last one is when you find something that works, lock in. When you find something that you know that can give you money, focus on it. Be consistent. Just do it as if your life depends on it. Assuming you learned a skill, focus on it. Assuming you have a business that you want, that you know people are succeeding in. Because the truth is, if someone succeeded in something, most likely you can succeed in it too. So if something is working for others and you learn it, and you learn it very well, focus on it. Give yourself 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Go hard on it. Because the reason why most people fail is they are not consistent. They do it today and tomorrow they're like, are you sure this thing is even going to work? And they leave it and they give up. And they go into another thing, they do that one for some time and they give up. Within 10 years, these people have done over 20 things and none worked. Why? Because they were not consistent enough in one thing. Focus on one thing or two things. Don't spread yourself around, because the more you spread yourself into different things, they are less likely you will succeed in those different things you are doing. But when you have one or two things that you are doing, that you are focusing on, your time, your resources, your energy, your mental energy, you just focused it on this one or two things, the more likely you will succeed. So stop spreading yourself around. Focus on one thing and lock in on it. And before you know it, you start making progress, and progress compounds as time goes on, and you'll be as successful as never before.